Hello, hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to rank all the makeup I bought in July and August last year. It's not extreme. It's not extreme, right? I'm going through this box and I'm going to tell you which products I like the best and which products I like the least. I'm not going to rank them like number this, number that, but I'm going from the worst to the best. So let's dive in. And if this is your first time here, then hi, welcome. My name is MYALI and on my channel I love to play with colorful makeup. As you can see, I'm wearing colorful makeup right now. I have been doing a look with the Sapphire palette. It's over here from BH Cosmetics. Very cute. Video will come up, I think, before or after. I don't know. I will link it down below if I've already uploaded it. But if I haven't, then please subscribe and hit the bell because you will be notified if I do upload that video. What I wanted to say, I love to play with colorful makeup, but I don't need to be the next Instagram baddie. So I try to keep my looks a little bit more toned down, a little bit more wearable. Like this. I think I wouldn't wear this to work, but I would totally rock this going out of town or just going to a birthday, something like that. And I really love this look. If you're like me and you really love to play with colorful makeup, but you need some inspiration on how to use that beautiful colorful palette you just bought, then babe, you are at the right channel. Please consider subscribing. I upload 2 times a week, usually on Wednesday and Friday, but sometimes I throw in a bonus video on Sunday as well. Alright, without further ado, I'm going to empty out this thing and I'm going to show you what I like the least and what I like the best. Alright, there are a few things in here that I haven't used, so I'm going to start off with those. And I have the lashes from OPV Beauty here. These are the no, it's OPV London. Which ones are these? Is it the London style then? Oh no, it's Annabella. I'm sorry. They're still in their packaging. I am not a false lash gal. I must say I think that this look would look really stunning with false lashes. I'm just not really good at false lashes, so I don't wear them a lot. But these are the styles I bought from them, and I think they're going to be a little bit too big. So I'm debating to just give them away. I just have to find someone who will like these big lashes, but yeah. Then also by OPV Beauty, I have these 2 little pigments. These would not be like, you shouldn't. This is not me saying that this is the worst that I got from this haul. This is just I haven't used them, so I can't say anything on them. But look at those shades. Dude, I really should use them. I am working on the Jaclyn Hill. The Jaclyn Hill palette is in here, by the way. I think that is a very nice coincidence. I am working on that palette for my project pen. I take a palette out of my collection every month and I concentrate on that palette with my project pen stuff as well. So I'm working on that palette right now, and I think the little pigments could go really well with that, so I should use them together. Then I am going to delve into the stuff I've used and I don't really like. The first thing is the MYALI Beauty Pigment and Glitter Primer. The reason why I don't really love this, I have tried to mix a pigment in this little primer. It's a clear primer, so you can't really use it as like a eyeshadow base because it's, or at least I can, because it's clear. It's like this clear jelly, and I can't use that on my eyes as an eyeshadow primer because I need something that has a little bit of coverage. Ooh, Denver is streaming, so if you hear him, then that's what you're hearing. So that is why I don't really love this, but you can use it as a mixing agent for pigments and glitters. I've used it with a pigment, I think, from what pigment? Oh, I think from MYALI Beauty herself, and it wasn't great. I didn't really. It could just be me, but it was really finicky for me to work with. So I just put this last because I'm like, yeah, I can't really use it for anything. So that is not really something I like about a product I have in my collection. Then next up is this Morphe Continuous. This is such an annoying word. Setting mist. I didn't really love this. It smelled really nicely. I think it's the limited edition packaging for like Pride Week or Pride Month. It has normally it has a beautiful mister, but I don't know if you can see, but it's like squirting. No, you can't see. It's like squirting in a straight line. There's no mist, a cloud of beautifulness anymore. I've tried to clean this little nozzle. It doesn't really do anything. As a product, I didn't dislike it a lot, but it didn't really do anything for the longevity or like melting my makeup into my skin. So I wasn't really blown away by this. So that is why it's here. Next thing I have from Quick Flick. Woo, I've never shown these on my channel, but I've bought these like stampy thingamajiggies. These are liners that I'm really bad at wing liner. I did a video trying a few TikTok hacks. I will link it up there. I didn't use this, but I am just really bad at wing liner, and it is because I have this like fold over here. It's just very difficult to get over the fold, make it nice. I don't know, it's a whole hassle. So I wanted to try these stamps. As you can see, you have like this little stamp on here, and you have one for your right eye and you have one for your left eye. And then you just stamp on the little stamp and then draw in the rest of the liner with this number. But as you can see, this is huge. It's huge, it's felt tip. So the only reason why I don't really like this liner is because of that big felt tip, like abrasive, offensive big tip. It's like no. But I must say the little stamp for the wing is really handy. You just have to use a different liner with it. So that is why it's around here, because the other stuff is really good. I must say this was a really good haul. Next up is this Becca under eye, what's it called? Anti-fatigue. Sure. Anti-fatigue. Okay, this is the under eye primer from Becca. It's like, I've used it a lot, and you would say, AnneChris, why is it so low in this like whole ranking thing? It is because I don't like the fact that there is like a menthol type of deal in here, so you get like that stingy sensation. It is because it wants to wake you up. I get it, but for me, it's not my favorite. I don't really like that sensation. So that is why it's lower down. I must say the product in itself is nice. I really like the consistency. I like the fact that you have like a smooth canvas. I have some lines, as you can see, under my eyes. So it's not like they are filled, like smoothed out completely, but it is a little bit smoother, and your foundation or your, concealer goes over it a lot smoother. So that is why I do like it, but I don't love it because of that like mental thing. Then the next thing is this lipstick by Colored Rain, and it's in the shade Queendom. I knew it was something with Queen. I really love this color. Look how stunning this is. I love the color. I will swatch it for you. I really like this. Don't focus on my face. I really love this color. It's a stunning lipstick. It's just really matte. And that's why it's a little bit lower, because I don't really like the formula that much. But it's not by any means uncomfortable. It's just not as nice as like a Lisa Eldridge or a, what's a nice matte as well. Or like a Powder Kiss, something like that. So it's nice, but it's not marvelous. Next up is this I can't speak today. It's the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. This is really nice. It's just really expensive. It is not something, it's like, it doesn't do more than my Fix Plus does. It does the same. It doesn't feel like that hairspray feeling a lot of people get from this product. But it's not great for the price. It's quite an expensive setting mist, so that is why I'm like, okay, I'm going to put it right here, because the product is okay. It's just not worth the pricing, in my opinion. Then, next up, I have these two liners from Lethal Cosmetics. I have one that is in Analog, and I have one that is in Aux. And these are really cute. I love them. They are stunners. The only thing I don't really love about this formula is that it cracks a little on your eye. So when it dries down, it stays okay for a bit, but then it cracks, or it is like, it gives your, if you have like eyelids like mine that are a little bit older and a little bit more crepey, you get like the same effect as like a very dried down liquid lip on your lip, but then you get it on your eye. Does that paint the picture? It's a little bit weird. So I really do like it. They are still fresh enough. I don't have to revive them with anything. I've had them for a year. And I do use them. I think they're very cute. It's just that it's not a perfect formula. Yeah. Then I have a different liner from Morphe, and this is the Vitamin C. And the reason why this one is a little bit higher up is because I love the color a little bit more. It's just a little bit more drying. So you have to, let me see if that's, can I show you? It's just that the formula is a little drier, so you have to revive it a little bit. I've been going over this line for as long as I'm talking to you, and this is what you get. So that is why it is a little higher up, because I think that the color is, I love the color more than the other two liners, but the formula is a little more drying. But if you revive it and you put it on your eye, it stays smoother than the Lethal Cosmetics liners. Then something really, really bougie, and this is the Chanel Elegance blush. This is a blush shade that is, it's like a mythical creature right now, because I have understood that this is discontinued. But if you live in Holland and you have access to the Bijenkorf, then you can just still get it. I saw it just a few weeks ago in the Bijenkorf. It is a very beautiful blush shade, I must say. This is the shade. As you can see, it is really classy. It's like almost a peachy pink color, peachy salmon color. And you would say it doesn't really do that much on your cheeks, but it does. It gives you a very beautiful, almost bronzy type of finish, and I really love it. And it's a bit shiny, or a little glowy, I must say. Not shiny, glowy. So it gives you a very healthy look as well. So I really do love this. It's just that it's down here because, or not down here, I'm really in the middle right now, because it's just a blush. And I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes coming up that I think are a lot more exciting than this. Next up, I am going to go into a palette, and this was a bit difficult because I was like, the things I still have lying in front of me that are not palettes, because I also have 4 palettes still, are a little bit more exciting, and I love everything about, and I don't love everything about this palette. This is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. Sorry if I'm blinding you with that very big white flap. This is a gorgeous palette down here and here, this bit and this, so like this so. This part you don't need. I even argue that this one you don't need as well. All these brights, not the browns, the brights, this gold, these 2 white ones, or pinky one, the yellow, and then this section. Beautiful, beautiful. Even these 2, stunners, but you don't need these. But I must say, as it comes to the mattes, this is a beautiful palette. When it comes to the shimmers, you don't need it. These shimmers are, one, they're a bit boring. You only have like, this is a fun one because it's a purple, deep purple, and then you have this one that is like a lighter purple, pinky purple, and then you have this one that is really gold, and the rest is just pinks and bronzes and golds. Need I say more? It is Morphe quality. It is not stunning, but it's okay. It is, I can work with it very nicely. I have already created some looks and worn it in videos. I have fun with this palette. It does inspire me creatively. You can make very wearable looks, but you also can go full out and make very abundant looks. So this is a fun palette, but it's huge. It's way too big. I'm debating if I should depot it and just make like a capsule of it and keep all the shades that I love. I'm debating that. I'm debating if I should do that. I have 2 brushes. And I think both of them deserve a place right here, because I have a beautiful blush, a beautiful lipstick, and a few palettes that I think rank a little bit higher because they're a little bit more exciting. I have the Zoeva 146 Concealer Perfector, and I have the e.l.f. 105 brush. Both of them, I think even the e.l.f. 105 you can still get in Holland at Douglas, and this one you can also get at Douglas in Holland, but I also saw it on Beauty Bay. This one and this one are standards on my wish lists on Beauty Bay and on Douglas, because if there is a sale I can just plop them in my basket. I don't forget them, but I always want to back up. I have to buy a backup for this one. I have 2 of these already. This is a game changer when it comes to applying and blending out your cream products without lifting and disrupting your foundation because of these little bristles. I got this brush of recommendation from Samantha Ravendal, And this one is just beautiful for blending out your concealer. That's the most beautiful shape for that. And also your eyeshadow primer. I love this to apply and blend out my eyeshadow primer. So this is also one I would highly recommend you get. Then next up, I want to go into this MYALI Beauty Yaya palette. MYALI Beauty, as I said, is no longer. It doesn't exist anymore as a brand. But this palette is beautiful. It's just, I put it here because it's a bit neutral as well. But I love the greens and you can get a beautiful, beautiful look out of these. I think I have done 2 videos with this palette. So I will link them both down below and in the cards, or at least down below. Very stunning palette. The next product I wanted to show you is a lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Mrs. Kisses. I think this is the matte. I never know what all her like formulas are, what they're called, but this is in the matte formula and it is a beautiful shade, and I love those little kisses on the bullet. And as you can see, it is a lot. I've gone over this one as well a few times, but as you can see, this is way more creamy. Oh, it is so beautiful. It gives a matte effect on the lips, but it feels satiny. So it's a lot more comfortable than the Colored Rain. So that's why I put that a little bit lower. I don't know how to combine that very colorful look with that with what lipstick. I don't always know. So I have a lot of those like Your Lips But Better because it's easy to combine them with colorful looks. And this is no exception, especially going into fall right now. This is a beautiful one. And it is for wedding season. It's not wedding season anymore. Then the next one, I think the next one, I have 3 things left. So this is in the top 4, is the After Dark palette by Lethal Cosmetics. And the reason why I'm putting it here in the top 4 and not a little bit higher is because this is not necessarily a complete palette for me. And you would say, why? There's a lot of colors. You have dark, you have light. You do, but it's all really bright and you can only make very colorful, really bright looks with this. I don't mind, but you only have this one to deepen up your look. It is, as you can see, a darker matte, but it's not extremely dark. So you need something to make this a complete palette and do everything, make a complete rounded look. I need something darker and I need a little bit of a softer, I don't know, maybe a salmony matte, something that you can really work into your crease to tone down the look if you need to, or if you want to do that like I did today. I have the Sapphire palette on, but I pulled the Safari palette from Natasha Denona because there's this light salmony color in there, and I blended out my top like that blue shade. How do I call it? That blue shade with that, and that I just need that. So for me, and you have, of course you have the white, but the white can also be really stark. But other than that, the quality is stunning. It's a fun color story. You really get like your creative juices are flowing a lot with this one. I think this is a beautiful palette. It's just, if I'm comparing it to the 2 I'm going to show you next, this is top 4. Because this is my top 3. This is on 3rd place. And as I said, I didn't want to rank them by numbers, but this is on the 3rd place. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip and Cheek Glow in the Pillow Talk range. And this is Color of Dreams. I'm not really totally sure if this is a limited edition product or it's not. I don't know for sure. But this is a stunning product. You can put this on your lips. You can put it on your cheeks. I love it. I love it seriously for both, because if you put it on your lips, it gives a, it's not necessarily, because it's really creamy. You can see it over here. It is really creamy. It is a beautiful shade on like your cheeks. It gives it a beautiful flush, like that beauty from within type of deal on your cheeks. But it surprises me the most on my lips because it gives, it's not necessarily a matte feeling, but almost, because it dries down. It has, I feel like it dries down to like a powdery, not necessarily complete powder. Wow, I'm doing a great job telling you why I love this product, but it is a bit difficult because it's a bit difficult to describe for me. But it gives you a, on your lips, it gives a beautiful Your Lips But Better, but not very shiny. You would say that it's really shiny. It's not. It's just not. It's not like a powder kiss matte, but it's almost that. Very dreamy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful product. And if you get the chance, I would highly recommend you try it out. Maybe try it out in store or anything. Well, can you? Cream product? Corona? I don't think so. But you know what I mean. Then the last two. And I had a little bit of a thing deciding which one I want to put first. So, but I made a decision. I'm putting this second. It's the Color Drain Safari palette. This is out of stock, gone. It was limited edition. It is gone now. It is beautiful. And it's me in a palette. I love grungy greens. I love to combine it with warm tones. I love it. It is a beautiful palette. I'm going to use the heck out of it. Now we are going into autumn season. It's just that the next one I'm going to show you is a little bit more unique, in my opinion, because I have this color story a lot. But this, maybe you are a little bit surprised, but this is my favorite palette from the whole I did. And maybe it is that I bought it last year. I don't know if I ranked all my palettes last year, but this would have been high up. If you wanted to get the mini retro in a palette from Natasha Denona, girl, here it is. You don't need to get the Natasha Denona retro palette that she put out right now. Just get this. You have the greens, the sage color, you have that ivy color, you have, what's it called? Myth and Obscure palette. And then you have the deeper and the beautiful pink. So you have In Bloom, Eve, Mystic and Stella that are like the, and Eve. Crown, I meant Crown. I'm sorry, Crown, I forgot. These are those beautiful, like, English cottage, roses, English, England, teas, high tea, everything. And then you can deepen it up with these types of shades. You can ground the look with those shades. This is, I think, what the retro palette should have been by Natasha Denona. If you would go off on her mini and you want her to create minis according to the bigger palette or bigger palettes according to the minis. Because if you compare the gold, the mini gold to the normal gold, or that like the bigger gold palette, that's not the same either. I don't know why she does that. This is a stunning palette. The quality is stunning. I really love this. And I think this is really what retro should have been. Okay, ladies, that is it for me for today. Please let me know down below what you think of all these products. Are there some favorites? Are there some fails you have recognized that you've tried yourself? Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. And please consider subscribing because I would love to see you in my next one. Bye!